Hello and welcome to Business Reporter's Future of Retail campaign. I'm Ashley Blake. Brands now have their products advertised and sold on multiple different platforms, own websites, retailer websites, product aggregators, social platforms and more. But while this might offer up a huge variety of marketing and sales options, it also increases the complexity of paths between products, services and consumers and often leads to fragmented buyer journeys. Some have gone so far as to label the chaotic nature of online retail commerce anarchy. But how can it be corrected? Is there a way that brands can in fact take advantage of complexity to overcome commerce anarchy and realise their global potential? To start off with, can you give us a sense of the chaotic nature of the online landscape that brands now operate in?
Sure, yeah. So look, if you take a look at today's consumer, they're truly multi-channel, right? So when they're first researching a product to then later buying it to then reviewing it on any given channel, they're acting multi-channel. And there's a multitude of channels these days. You go from search to social to affiliate networks. You have social commerce, you have marketplaces. And if you look into all of these different categories of channels, there's a multitude of vendors. So if you look into search, there's Google, there's Yandex, there's Bing. If you look into today's social, you find Pinterest, you find TikTok, you find Snap and so on. And this is really chaotic from a brand perspective, right? Because you have to stay on top of all of these channels. And it's not just that there's a lot of channels already out there, but every once in a while, new channels emerge, right? So we saw the emergence of social commerce last year. We have clients that were starting to leverage throughout the pandemic augmented reality, like IKEA and the Home Depot, right? Where you can take your smartphone and see how your sofa looks in your living room. There are companies who have figured it out, right? They are dealing with the complexity today, and we would categorize them as hyperscalers. So those are born in the cloud companies that have the resources, the tech teams, like the know-how on how to deal with all of that. But it's just probably 10 out of 100 who have this kind of skill. For all of the others, it's really a struggle. Now, the good news is there's technology like ours, also our competitors, right, that can help with that. And that can really help to tame commerce anarchy.
The abundance of platforms on which products are advertised and sold, as well as of product data formats, are causing real problems for brands. How so?
It's a nice analogy if you think of traveling. Yeah? When you travel into a new country, you basically need a power adapter, right? Every country uses a different standard, which can be really annoying. And the same kind of concept we find online as well. If you're going to sell via Google, you have different data standards than if you're selling via Facebook. And this starts with simple things like different ways on how products need to be described and how content needs to be delivered. It goes all along to images that are different on Google versus comparing them with Facebook. You have platforms that, for example, require video, like TikTok, right? That is a video native platform. And all of this makes it really different to stay agile, right? And to basically deliver the right content in the right context for the right channel.
So what happens to brands that keep optimizing instead of having a radical rethink of their approach to retail?
Just being an established brand, right, isn't protecting you from much more agile, small micro brands that all of us know probably from their Instagram feed, that have the skills, that have the knowledge to reach the consumers where they are. And if you keep on optimizing, if you keep on doing the same old, basically, and you're not implementing a true global strategy on how you're going to market and how you will address your consumers, you will basically lose touch with them and ultimately lose out to the companies who are much more agile and quicker than you.
How does technology stand to help brands navigate this commerce anarchy?
So throughout the last 10 years, we've basically, I think, seen almost every channel and every network out there. And Productsup is like this travel adapter, right, that I previously spoke of. So when you're going into a new country, you need to have this plug, this adapter, in order to connect to the power outlet. And like this adapter, Productsup basically has pre-built globally more than 2,500 channels that we integrate with. You once plug into our solution and we open the gateway for you to basically connect to your consumers all around the globe. By doing this, we've come up with 5 different solutions that we today offer to our clients, from feed management to product content syndication. We integrate with marketplaces like Amazon and eBay. We have a seller vendor onboarding product to integrate catalogs into your own system. And we also make sense of basically everything that's happening on the channel through our Productsup Insight solution.
Aren't there heaps of companies offering to help brands do exactly that? What makes Productsup different?
First of all, we're a true global company, right? We have offices around the globe. We have a team in North America. We have a team in APAC. We have a big team in Europe. So we can cover a lot of regions, and we can also cover a lot of channels across those regions. And secondly, we're a true enterprise play, right? So we have partnerships with companies like SAP. We're GDPR and ISO certified, right? So we can really work with Fortune 500 companies. We can scale. We have support for multiple languages and so on. And if you take all of these requirements, there's not so many vendors anymore that can do that. And in addition, what we've managed to build is we have, I think, the broadest reach and the broadest selection of channels on our platform going throughout the categories. We support price comparison sites, we support affiliate networks, we support retargeting networks, shopping sites like Google and so on. We support all the marketplaces out there, and we have a big support for retailers, and that really makes us unique.
How do you see the future of retail evolving? Should more brands make use of platforms like yours?
We see trends accelerating, so we can expect that there will be more touch points where you can reach your consumer, more channels to sell your products, right? And in more ways, basically, to interact with your whole network of retailers, marketplaces, and so on. We will see more different types of product content as well, right? We've seen a push towards images. We've seen a push towards video, and who knows what's coming up next. Yeah? Probably Facebook will launch virtual reality shopping anytime soon. We will see a trend towards blockchain, towards non-fungible tokens and marketplaces, whole new marketplaces that will cover that topic. So what I'm saying is, I think it's about time now to prepare for this accelerating future and get yourself in the position to not lose out against those brands and retailers who A, have the talent, and B, the technology to basically leverage all of that is coming. So yes, I think companies should have a solution like ours to really future-proof themselves.